Right now, breaking news overnight, a deadly crash. What we know about the teenager killed on a motorcycle.
Plus, more school bus struggles for Madison schools. Now the district is planning a big change that would shift the schedules of a lot of Madison families.
And we are watching some showers and storms up in central areas of the state. We'll track them for us later today. Coming up.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchide. Thanks for waking up with us. You might be waking up to a record breaker of a day. We're talking temperatures you will not believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a unseasonably warm day, but, you know, we've been dealing with this every October over the last several years, so looks like we could be getting close to a record this afternoon. Now, it's all because we've had a warm front pass through, brought in some storms yesterday in Madison. Now all that activity is in central areas of the state. That's out ahead of the warm front. We're on the dry sector, if you will, the warm sector to the south of it. So I think it'll be mainly dry here in Madison for most of today. That'll change tonight. Now, we did have some hail reports. Basically, it came in from near Dodgeville right through Madison, especially on the north side, then up toward Beaver Dam in parts of Columbia County. Saw some hail reports as well. A lot of this came in during the mid-afternoon hours. In fact, about a quarter-size hail, so that's about an inch in diameter. This was on the east side of Madison. Thanks for sending that in. And actually looked like a covering of some snow. This is just hail that fell on the east side of Madison. Denise sent this photo as that hail was covering her driveway. 63 in Middleton, Waunakee, 63, Mount Horeb, 62, Fitchburg at 61 degrees, so a mild start to the morning. Near record warmth as we get into the mid to upper 70s today, and mainly dry this afternoon. The better chance of storms will hold off until later tonight. So if you have any outdoor plans, it's just going to be windy, but unseasonably mild as we head into the upper 60s here at the noon hour, topping out in the upper 70s with a storm track mainly up to the north, Black River Falls, Camp Douglas, Wautoma, and areas to the north. So as you plan your day, count on some winds and unseasonably warm temperatures as we head into the upper 70s. We do have that chance of rain tonight and more chances later this week, and we'll talk about when we'll finally get some cooler weather coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. To our top story this half hour, the United Nations Security Council is expected to meet today to discuss the conflict between Israel and Hamas. This comes as Hamas releases two more hostages. 79-year-old Nuret Cooper and 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz are now back home in Israel with their families. Their husbands, though, are still being held. 2 Americans were released days ago, but more than 200 hostages are still in Gaza, including children. One father shared the story of his 16-year-old son, who is one of them.
It's a crime against humanity. He's a boy. He's not a warrior, and he was taken from his room and from his bed.
Meanwhile, more aid is making its way into Gaza. This as Israel intensifies its airstrikes. The country is asking for more evacuations in northern Gaza. That's where they plan to execute a ground invasion.
A look at the Capitol in Washington this morning, where the House GOP will vote for a new speaker nominee today. They need a speaker to pass any bills, and time is running out to avoid another government shutdown. Today also marks 3 weeks since the House had a speaker. Without one, no legislation, like policy bills and government funding bills, can pass. If something isn't resolved by November 17th, that is a critical date here, the U.S. government could face a financial shutdown.
Figure out how to get our act together. I mean, big boys and big girls have got to quit making excuses, and we just got to go get it done.
8 candidates are currently in the running for speaker nominee. They'll need to get 50% of votes plus 1 from the GOP conference, or a minimum of 113 votes.
Back in Wisconsin, continuing coverage on the school bus struggles for Madison schools. The district is now changing start and end times to help get more kids to class on time. The changes are set to take place on November 6th. They're only for certain elementary and middle schools. Parents, you should expect updated information on your kid's bus route by November 1st. It'll be over on the Infinite Campus website and the district's website as well. Now, while pickup times might change, bus stop locations should stay the same.
We're following that breaking news from overnight of a deadly crash in Greene County. It happened last night around 7:30 along State Highway 1118 in the town of Spring Grove near Broadhead. Deputies say a motorcycle turned left into oncoming traffic and got hit by a truck. The 18-year-old driver of that motorcycle was killed. Officials are waiting to release his name until his family is notified.
In Madison, an investigation continues this morning for a shots fired case on the west side. It was reported early Monday morning, just after midnight, off Raymond Road, that's at the intersection of Midtown and Marty, right past the intersection with McKenna Boulevard. Police found a dozen shell casings in the road there, but no injuries or property damage, luckily. No one is under arrest in the case. If you saw or heard something Monday morning, again, right after midnight, you should call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. Their number's right there on your screen.
It is Red Ribbon Week, which is when students and adults commit to living a healthy, drug-free lifestyle. The national event put on by the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency, is dedicated to remembering the life of the late U.S. Marine and DEA agent Enrique Camarena, who spent his life dismantling drug operations. Since his death in 1985, millions have pledged to live a drug-free lifestyle and learn about drug abuse and misuse.
I think the most important thing we do is educate our children that this is out there and that this is a problem. I think one of the biggest things that we have is reminding people that there is hope beyond getting any kind of possible pleasure you get from drug use.
If you or a loved one struggles with drug addiction, there are a lot of resources available right in our area. For emergencies, contact the phone number on your screen or visit drughelpline.org. And Lodi Police are planning an event to help you get rid of any unwanted medication at your home. The department's hosting a prescription drug take-back day. It's this Saturday. It's one step in fighting opioids. The event will happen at Lodi Hometown Pharmacy. You can drop off any over-the-counter or prescription medication, ointments, patches, inhalers, pep meds, anything like that. It runs from 10 until noon.
It's 6:06 now. An update for Quick Trip Rewards members. Extra rewards are on the way. Quick Trip's rewards program is back online this morning after an outage knocked it out for the last 2 weeks. Members can now access their rewards in-store, online, and through their app. And happening now through November 5th, members will receive double points for every purchase. You could still swipe your card during the outage, but lots of customers still experienced issues. So Quick Trip is rewarding all members bonus points based on the amount of average weekly visits prior to the outage.
6:06 now. I think we can all agree that smartphones are expensive. So you really want one that can handle everyday use and abuse without having to be repaired or replaced. That's why Consumer Reports puts every phone in its ratings through some really tough durability testing. Here's what they found.
Consumer Reports recently made headlines when it tested Apple's iPhone 15 Pro Max to see if online claims it broke easily were true.
We fact-checked those complaints, and in our updated bend test and our standard drop test, we found no structural issues with the 15 Pro Max.
The other 3 iPhone 15 models passed the drop test as well. Like it does with every phone it tests, CR dropped them 100 times in this tumbler, which is lined with stone at each end to simulate waist-high falls onto concrete. All phones also go through a rain test, and those that claim to be water-resistant go through a dunk test in a meter or more of water for 30 minutes, depending on their water resistance claim. And phones that fold are put through a test that opens and closes them 30,000 times. Along with choosing a phone that does well in CR's durability tests, there are things you can do to help protect your pricey device.
Well, with phones costing more than $1,000, it may make sense to get a case or a screen protector to protect your investment.
And you don't have to pay a lot to get a great case. Here's what you want to look for. A raised edge around the screen to protect the glass from a face-down flop, raised edges around the rear camera housing to protect the lenses, and padded corners, preferably with an air gap to protect the phone from impact. Also, consider a case with texture or grip so your phone is less likely to slip from your hands. Remember that military grade may just be a marketing ploy for some cases. And look for a case with a warranty. OtterBox, LifeProof, and Spec all offer them. As for screen protectors, if you've got a reason to think your screen is in danger, it may be worth considering. This is Shane Hogan.
If you're still worried about your phone getting damaged, you could consider insurance like Apple Care Plus or one from your carrier. Consumer Reports says the higher the price of your device, the more it might make sense to pay a little for peace of mind.
All right, it's 6:09 on your Tuesday. Coming up in sports, Giannis staying in Milwaukee. We'll take a look at his brand new contract extension.
In stock of the food pantry at the Goodman Community Center this morning, gearing up for our Thanksgiving basket drive. Coming up, how you can help in the 608.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Berkshire Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyric, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Berkshire has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Berkshire Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi at an amazing value.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-948-4999.
And this is big. Ta-da! Zumo Streambox.
Now add Spectrum TV to upgrade to Spectrum One Stream and get a Zumo Streambox free for 12 months.
It brings together all the entertainment I want in one place. And this voice remote lets me search across live TV and my favorite streaming apps so I can find exactly what I want, fast and easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Zumo Streambox for 12 months. Call 833-948-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
My hot take, this is like nothing you've used before.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year. Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
We've got questions about Medicare plans.
Well, we've got a lot of answers. How can I help?
Well, for starters, do you have a Medicare plan I can actually afford?
How about a plan with a $0 monthly premium?
Well, that's a great start. What other benefits can we get?
Things like dental, vision, and hearing. But let me help you pick the plan that's right for you.
Ooh.
Don't wait. Call 1-800-AETNA for you to get answers to your questions and pick a plan that's right for you. And let's make healthier happen together.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
The Thanksgiving basket drive is officially underway this morning, and we need your help in the 608.
Josh Breider is live in Madison with more on this year's need. It has really increased this year, Josh.
Yeah, this is a big need right here in our community, guys, at the Goodman Community Center this morning. We're inside the food pantry taking stock of really what they're looking for this season, and you can help us out at home make this a success once again. Of course, News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of this event for years after years here. Francesca Frisk is with the Goodman Community Center. Francesca, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So this is year 4 for you as far as Thanksgiving goes, and I mean, this year is bigger than ever as it comes to that need.
Yeah, so this is Goodman's 35th year, my 4th year, and we've registered over 4,000 families to receive a Thanksgiving basket from us. And I know we're going to be able to deliver that because our community is going to step up and help us meet those goals.
You know, a lot of us are seeing that pinch of the wallet right now. And when you talk about that first day of registrations this year, you saw more than 3,000 families sign up just in that first day alone.
Yeah, I definitely was nervous as I was watching those numbers just jump all day long as more and more people signed up, and it really tells us that this is something that our community really needs. They want to be able to have a holiday and not have to worry about the budget of how are they going to afford the turkey and all the fixings to go with it.
Yeah, and that's why we're here, because this community always comes through. Even though there is that critical need, you guys always feel comfortable going into this holiday season knowing that they are going to come and answer, you know, your ask.
Yeah, definitely. They will show up and kind of small bits and pieces, and in big groups. We'll drop off all kinds of donations. People will make financial donations. And I'm always just amazed at how awesome our community is and what a difference we make.
How is the timing looking? Because this is obviously sneaking up on us really quickly. The holidays right around the corner.
Yeah, 3 weeks from now, we'll be camped out in our gym and hopefully be filling it with food so we can start to pack our baskets. But it's crazy to think that it's only 3 weeks away.
All right, so 3 weeks, plenty of time to help out. And how can folks do so right now?
Go to goodmancenter.org and check out our Thanksgiving page. You can learn how to donate. If you want to make a financial donation, you can also get some tips on how to host a food drive. Or if you just want, with your individual family, to go do some shopping, we've got our list on there of the things we're looking for.
Plenty of ways, and hopefully we can make some folks' Thanksgiving the best one ever, huh?
Definitely.
All right, Francesca, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We have all this up on channel3000.com, including those links. So if you'd like to help out and learn more, you can go right to our website. Chris and Leah, we've seen so many of these stories, so many features over the years of just how much our community can make a difference in something like this. Let's hopefully do that again this year, because that need is definitely strong. We're seeing more and more folks that are registering for help this Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so it's up to the rest of us to help the Goodman Center out so they can help the folks who really need it. Josh Breider, thanks for sharing those resources. Appreciate it.
Make sure you're reaching out to Josh with your story ideas for In the 608. There's his handle on social media, and there's his email for your chance to be featured.
Kelly Slifka's out on the patio here at 6:15. Nice and mild out there, Kelly.
Yeah, it does not feel like the later part of October, that is for sure, and it's not going to feel like that this afternoon. It's going to feel maybe more like the end of August as opposed to the later part of October. But it's going to be a mild day, and I tell you what, some folks are taking advantage of some of the nice weather we had this weekend, Sunday. This was sent in from Scott West out on Devil's Lake. Beautiful fall colors out there, and look at how calm, just about like glass, Devil's Lake was. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as calm today. We do have a pretty gusty wind that'll be blowing around, but we could be talking about a record-setting high. The record is 79, set back in 1963. We're going to get close, it looks like, going into the afternoon hours, so some unseasonably warm temperatures for this Tuesday. Showers and storms mainly up to the north, up there from La Crosse, right along I-90 toward Camp Douglas, headed into central Wisconsin toward Green Bay as well. That's out ahead of a warm front that is lifting to the north, and it's going to be focused mainly up there and actually lifting to the north. We'll have a southerly wind with the sunshine. We should be in the lower 70s here early this afternoon. It's going to be windy, but we're headed into the upper 70s today. Later today, we'll start to see some clouds rolling on in, but I think even into the evening, that shower chance will be up to the north, maybe up toward Black River Falls, Camp Douglas area, Watoma. I think our chance of rain will come in generally after midnight here in Madison. A little bit more widespread rain expected, maybe a rumble of thunder, nothing severe expected. And I think that rain chance will be mainly tomorrow morning. Then I think we'll get actually into some drier weather tomorrow afternoon. Still mild, just not as warm as what we're expecting today. So your rain chances probably dry throughout most of today, even into the evening. It really doesn't ramp up until you get toward midnight and thereafter, right through tomorrow morning. So it looks like the best chance of rain will be coming in when most of us are asleep tonight. There's that warm front pushing through central Wisconsin. We'll have this area of low pressure that'll track in later tonight. That's what will fuel some of the rain chances later tonight. Otherwise, looking at mid to upper 70s today, we'll have more storm chances. It looks like Thursday will be the best chance of seeing some widespread rains, and we could be adding up some pretty good totals, 1 inch to maybe 2 inches here in southern Wisconsin. Heavier rains in central areas of the state. They could see 2 to 3 inches up there towards Stevens Point. Right now, we're sitting at 60 in Madison, 61 in Janesville, 67 already in Boscobel. 78 today. The first warn forecast looks at partly sunny, windy conditions. 68 tomorrow with that chance of rain primarily in the morning. Kind of a washout on Thursday into Friday morning. Then we see these temperatures cool off. Falling temperatures throughout the day Friday afternoon. 48 Saturday, mainly looks dry. I think washout again on Sunday with chilly rains at that with highs in the mid-40s.
Late yesterday afternoon, Giannis Antetokounmpo signed a 3-year, $186 million contract extension with the Milwaukee Bucks, which ends the possibility of him leaving in free agency in 2025. Now, if he was going to sign the deal in the first place, Giannis had set himself a deadline of last night at midnight, and thankfully his agent and Bucks GM John Horst put pen to paper late yesterday afternoon. It's the Greek Freak's latest commitment to winning in Milwaukee and keeps him with the team through at least 2027. It's not about me. That's Luke Fickell's message before the Badgers host third-ranked Ohio State this Saturday. But How could it not be? Fickell was born in Columbus, set records as a player for the Buckeyes, and coached there from 2002 through 2016. But Fickell still insists it's not about him, it's about the program. That's a lesson that he learned at his previous coaching stops when he played against and lost to Ohio State. For him, it's about this Wisconsin program that has beaten more than half of the top 10 teams to come into Camp Randall since 2010.
For me, the most important thing, or the first thing to start off with, is it's not about me. I know we have some guys on our staff, myself included, that have some obvious history there, but that's not what it's about. It's about the players. It's about our team. It's about our program. It's about the journey that we're on and the process that we're in, not the specifics of, hey, you went to school there. Hey, you played there. Hey, you got guys on your staff from there. When the ball's kicked off, that'll have absolutely no effect on anything that happens on that field. And
after leading a 18-point fourth quarter comeback to a win, Wisconsin quarterback Braden Locke earned Big Ten Freshman Honors of the Week. The gunslinger threw for 240 yards and a pair of touchdowns. To the ice, where the Wisconsin women remain the nation's top team, but now the men, too, are ranked for the first time in more than 2 years. The 14th-ranked Badgers are fresh off going to number 17 Michigan Tech and sweeping the Huskies in one of the nation's toughest environments. That's your morning sports fix. Have a terrific Tuesday.
You too, Andrew. Still ahead, a long-time debate has a new voice weighing in. What the celebrity says you should do.
And as we had to break, a look at gas prices here in Dane County and across the state. Stay with us.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Brighten up your workspace with a new work light from Smart Electrician. This 10,000 lumen LED work light is portable, super bright, and weather resistant. Get it now for $49.99 after rebate. Loctite Power Grab adhesive is high strength, paintable, and reduces the need for clamping with 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube of all-purpose construction adhesive is only $2.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under-eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. And what I love about Plexiderm is this is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under-eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more. It's a cream, it's a topical, it literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines, like, it's amazing.
You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself, I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Lately, we've all had to do more with less. At Chevy, we just want you to do more. So we continue to make affordable vehicles like high-tech SUVs, our most capable trucks, and the most affordable EV in America. It's how Chevy helps you do more for less. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. or get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase.
Welcome back. A peek at Kevin Charles Grunberg's morning. He's always sending in stunners, but we have specifically asked for fall foliage pictures, and he certainly answered the call.
Yeah, great looking shot here. Get a little fog off the water in the morning, and some fowl.
And some waterfowl and some fog. I like it.
Geese, I would assume.
Wrong person to ask. You know that, Kelly.
That is true.
Hey, thanks for the picture, Kevin. We appreciate it. All right, trending this morning. So there's been this debate that we're learning all about this morning from our younger colleagues here at News 3 Now between choosing a lunch with Jay-Z or $500,000. Which would you choose? Well, Gail King of CBS Mornings asked the man himself what he would do. And Jay-Z says, gotta take the money. Take the money. What are you doing? It's $500,000. And then, of course, use it to buy some of his music and take note of his words. So what would you guys do? $500,000?
It's a no-brainer for me. I'd take $500,000.
Yeah.
You know, if it was, well, let me think. If it was a president, former president.
Is there anybody that you would make that deal for?
Maybe a former president.
No way, $500,000.
So you would do it for nobody.
Do you know how many Snickers bars I could buy for $500,000?
Yeah.
I'd be set. Chris is interested. He would take the lunch.
Yeah, I would take the money.
Oh, you would take the money?
I would take the money, but still, like lunch with Jay-Z would be fascinating. I feel like you could you get a lot of insight. You know, people who are that famous, that successful, they live lives that we can't comprehend.
That's true.
So just hearing from him, I think would be really cool. I'd take the money.
626, Kelly.
Hey, a warm day. Temperatures climbing through the 60s, upper 70s later today. Storms tracking up to our north later today.
All right, and that record-breaking potential.
79.
Coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
The one sale you can't miss? Madison Lighting's Fall Sale. Save on every light fixture and fan, every brand, indoors and out, plus all home decor. Pre-shop this sale now and save. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
DePaco Credit Union works to ensure members are well on their way to living a life worth loving. We're committed to enhancing well-being and strengthening the cooperative through programs like Thank Yous. This year, DePaco members share more than $3.3 million in thank yous by saving, borrowing, and planning for the future. When we consistently work together to boost financial well-being, we power the credit union, creating brighter community for all. Not a member? Join the movement where member ownership pays. Visit a DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting. so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up US Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
From what we heard is some pop, 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 pop.
Today on News 3 Now this morning, shots fired at a Wisconsin school. What police say the subject was doing when officers had to fire back.
Plus, a new designation for the old-fashioned. What lawmakers are considering because of a boost in brandy sales.
And looking outside this morning, we had a nice clear shot of the Capitol. Not exactly feeling like late October out there, though, Kelly.
Yeah, you're going to be surprised when you step out the door this morning because it's very mild. Temperatures in the 60s. Could be breaking some records later today. We'll have a look coming up.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got that record-breaking potential today. Okay, so your forecast high today is 78. The record's 79. What's it going to take today? More sunshine this afternoon?
Well, a little bit more sunshine, a little bit of a wind. You know, it's very possible. It's always hard to forecast records, but yeah, we'll be getting very close to that today. It looks like it's going to be pretty mild for the rest of the week. Eventually, it will change later in the week into the weekend. We'll have more on that coming up. But as I mentioned, it's very mild for this time of October. 60 in Madison, 64 in Middleton, Windsor at 61. 60 in Stoughton and also Cottage Grove, Cross Plains 64. So that warmth is coming in from the southwest. It's behind a warm front that produced some hail reports. We'll have those pictures coming up in the next 15 minutes or so. But all the storms now tracking across Camp Douglas and central Wisconsin, Stevens Point up through Green Bay. That's where most of it will stay, at least for today. But near record highs in the mid to upper 70s this afternoon. And it should be mainly dry. I think the better chance of some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms rolling in later tonight. So if you have any plans this evening, it should be quiet as well. Well, that southerly wind, some sunshine throughout the morning hours into the afternoon, already in the upper 60s later this morning, headed into the upper 70s. May start to see a few clouds rolling in later today, but most of the storms will be staying up toward north. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but really it looks like most of today should be dry and unseasonably warm with that southerly wind picking up at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Partly sunny skies already at the noon hour up to 70. As I mentioned, we did have some hail yesterday. We'll have those pictures, and also how long will this warm weather last? We'll take a look coming up.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Now back to that breaking news this morning. Police near Milwaukee are investigating a school shooting that killed a man.
Classes at Kennedy Middle School in Germantown are canceled after the case. This all happened around 7 last night. Officers got a call for a suspect acting erratically and climbing onto the roof of the school. Police say he fired at officers from there. They fired back and killed the suspect. There were upwards of 70 students inside the building at the time. A volleyball referee who was inside recounted what he heard.
What we heard is some pop, 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 pop. All of a sudden, a policeman came in the gym and says, you all have to go to a secure location.
There are no details on the man's identity this morning. The Department of Justice says there is no danger to the public, and the officers involved are all on administrative leave.
A Madison man is pleading guilty to 6 child sex crimes, including assault. 29 other charges against the man were dismissed. Police arrested 37-year-old Zachariah Singletary about a year ago. Police say that multiple girls came forward accusing Singletary of having sex with them. Legal documents show the girls said that he also pressured and threatened them into performing sexual acts. We do not know when he'll be sentenced.
In a matter of months, 2 young people have now died from gun violence at an apartment building on Madison's east side. The latest, a 15-year-old girl. We talked to residents of the apartment who want the city to do better. So our Catherine Merck brought those concerns to the people in charge.
Reports about 15 shots heard.
Girl shot in the parking lot. It looks like 5913 Milwaukee.
With 2 young people dead from gun violence at the same apartment complex in a matter of months, the community on Madison's east side is demanding support from its top leaders.
Obviously, we're concerned about the activities that are occurring in the neighborhood.
The youth involved in criminal activity citywide is obviously a
sad situation.
Madison's East Side police captain and city attorney have been following years of issues at Harmony Apartments. Since the July shooting that claimed the life of 20-year-old Devon Grant, there have been 136 calls for service out to the complex. 17 shell casings were found on the block just last month. In October, 15-year-old Kaisha Miller was killed in almost the same spot as Devon at Harmony Apartments. What do you think is at the root of some of this violence?
I think some of it is some people don't have conflict resolution skills, and they resort to violence to solve some of the problems that they're experiencing in their area.
After the most recent shooting, the city attorney sent a letter to the complex outlining a list of improvements to combat the violence.
One thing was to terminate their property manager.
The city says that's been done, but the rest of the lengthy list, which includes adding cameras, lights, and space for the teenagers, will take a lot of work to fix these problems. It seems like with all the other things that we're bringing up, there's an infrastructure issue with this location. It seems like a really big hill to climb for this area. How do you feel about that?
We have to find a way to change what's going on there. So if those are the hills that we have to climb, then that's what we're going to try to do.
I think having programming and services on site will be helpful. I mean, it's a complex, really societal issue.
And it has to be a team effort. The police department is not going to be able to solve all the issues there. The city attorney's office is not going to be able to solve all the issues there. The Harmony and the property manager and the ownership group aren't going to be able to solve all the issues alone either. So we're all going to have to work together to fix the problems that we see occurring there.
As we're talking right now, there seems like no concrete measure yet.
Well, it's at least one concrete measure. The property manager has been removed.
The police department is aiming to repair the relationship with the neighborhood through their own outreach. It has a community officer working at Harmony Apartments consistently, but some of the people here say it's not enough. There are a lot of people at this complex who are also saying that they've lost a lot of trust in the city and the police department after this. What would you say are the ways that you all are trying to improve that?
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I think people just are not aware of. And I think people probably aren't aware that, you know, we communicate regularly, weekly about these complexes and, you know, communicate not just with each other, but with other agencies.
We don't want to see the gun violence that's happening in that area. We've tried to increase, well, prior to the last incident, we had officers doing proactive work in that area. And then post the last event, we've had an increased presence there.
Reports about 15 shots heard.
As the Harmony community on Madison's East Side aims to move past these painful months, these leaders are turning to the rest of the city to help with the solution.
I don't think it's helpful to have a us versus them kind of attitude. It would be nice to have the neighborhoods be part of that solution as well.
Our Catherine Merck reporting there. You can find a link to News 3 Now's two-part investigation. It's up right now on channel3000.com.
In other news this morning, the man charged with bringing guns to the state capitol is talking about the incident. He says he never had any intention to hurt anyone. 43-year-old Joshua Plesnick says he's moved to Nebraska. He says he wanted to speak with the governor about domestic violence toward men when he was armed. He says he didn't realize he couldn't bring a gun to the Capitol. Plesnick has pleaded not guilty. He is barred from going near Governor Evers, the Capitol, and the governor's residence.
Meanwhile, Governor Evers allocating more than $400 million to fight water pollution across the state. More than 100 Wisconsin towns and cities will see some of that money. It's going to help with water infrastructure projects, things like replacing lead service lines and addressing contaminants like PFAS. The money comes in part from the president's 2021 infrastructure bill.
Well, here's something interesting. Some lawmakers are looking to make the Brandy Old Fashioned Wisconsin's official cocktail. The iconic drink, it's symbolic here in the state, right? Brandy's actually been, brandy sales are going through the roof here in Wisconsin. Right now, lawmakers are circulating a bill to make the Brandy Old Fashioned the official state cocktail. We could see a bill introduced as early as next month.
You are a sour old-fashioned drinker.
You as well?
I like, get this, a press. Do you know what that is?
I don't. Enlighten us.
It's a mix between sweet and sour.
So what, you put a little 7-Up.
Don't use sugar, and you use soda water instead of Sprite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Give it a try.
Pressed. Brandy old-fashioned pressed if you want to be high maintenance at your next event.
Sorry to say.
All right, Kelly?
Yeah, mild morning starting off. Temperatures in the 60s could be headed for some record high temperatures today. It can't last forever. We'll see when the cool down comes away. Coming up, the first warm forecast just ahead.
And we're live at the Goodman Center this morning as we're talking about the Thanksgiving basket drive for 2023. Coming up live in the 608, how you can help squash hunger this year. That's next.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new 2024 Ford Edge to get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 low APR cash.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Your wedding day. Your love. Your style. Your celebration. Your wedding place. Discover the Madison Club, the city's premier wedding venue, featuring multiple unique spaces, stunning lake views, and award-winning cuisine. Spring wedding specials now available.
Thursday at 6, in 2013, a stately bur oak finds the lens of a local photographer. A year-long labor of love takes root. You remember taking each one of these, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Now I'm traveling back to Platteville for the rest of the story. 10 years ago, we met in the same field.
We did.
We'll learn about a painful event.
It devastated me for a really long time.
And how a chance discovery is ensuring that tree lives on. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka on this very mild start to our Tuesday. Yes, feeling a little bit more like maybe early September, late August this morning. Temperatures in the 60s. We do have partly cloudy skies right now. The warm front has passed to our north. You can actually see some of the clearing, maybe a few stars there on the horizon. Sun does not come up for a while yet at 7:22. Expecting the high of 78. The record high is 79, set back in 1963. So already starting off the morning above our average high for this time of the year. So the warm front is now up to our north, and that's where we're seeing that focus of showers and storms in Adams and Juneau County toward the Dells. So if you are headed north of the Dells, probably getting into some rough weather there. A lot of that's going to be tracking due east and staying away from most of our area throughout the day. Now, we did have some stronger storms yesterday. Actually, some reports of inch diameter size hail. They kind of had a beeline from parts of Iowa County right through Madison, then areas to the north and east up into Dodge County. But as mentioned, across the Madison area, we did have some hail reports. Sun Prairie. Thanks, Mike, for sending in this. It looks like about an inch in diameter from what I can tell there. And it was enough to actually cover the ground here on the east side of Madison. Denise sent this in on the driveway there. And you can see that quarter there. That would indicate an inch in diameter size hail on the east side of Madison. And we did have some hail reports there in Maple Grove, getting upwards of an inch as well. Today, this morning, most of the day should be dry. We're looking at partly sunny skies. Temperatures climb up close to 70 here at the noon hour. It's going to be windy. Southerly winds up there at 15 to 25 miles per hour as we climb in the upper 70s. Some clouds start to move in this evening, later this afternoon, this evening. Then after midnight, it looks like some rain showers starting to spread in. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm, but mainly just some rain. May see that in the morning tomorrow, but I think most of tomorrow afternoon should be dry as well as we climb into the upper 60s, maybe not quite the upper 70s, but still well above our average. That warm front well up to our north. We're going to be on the warm side of this system for several days to come, and that'll carry us right through the end of the week. But we're looking at mid to upper 70s today. On and off shower and thunderstorm chance. I'm going to have to time this out for you going throughout the week, but it will be turning colder. This warm weather will come to an end this weekend. So most of tomorrow should be dry, looking at mostly cloudy skies. It won't be until tomorrow night. We'll have another batch of rain. It looks like Thursday is going to be a washout. That's going to be the wettest day going into the weekend. Right now, 60 in Madison, 59 in Mineral Point, 65 right now in Lone Rock. Our first warm forecast, maybe a shower tomorrow morning. Most of this will come in the nighttime tonight through tomorrow morning. Upper 60s, still in the upper 60s Thursday, but it's going to be a rainy day for Thursday. Then the cold front arrives Friday, that high in the morning in the mid 60s with some showers in the morning primarily, falling throughout the afternoon. Looks like mainly dry Saturday, maybe a shower, but the better chance of rain and kind of a washout will be on Sundays. We really drop as we go into the early part of next week. Of course, Halloween's on Tuesday. Hopefully you have a warm costume with a high only of 39. Ooh. Ooh. That's a drop.
I mean, that's a big deal when you're planning, you're wearing the last minute Halloween costume prep mode.
With a sweatshirt over it because...
You might need gloves,
with those kind of temps.
a hat.
With those kind of temps, you got to be prepared. You have been warned, folks. Thanks, Kelly.
6:45, the Thanksgiving basket drive is officially underway this morning, even though it kind of feels like summer. And we need your help in the 608.
Yeah, we sure do. So Josh Breiter is in Madison at the Goodman Center talking about this year's need. Is it true that the need this year is bigger than recent years?
Oh, big time, guys. You know, we're in the food pantry this morning already taking stock of what's needed for the Thanksgiving basket drive. And this is the 35th year that the Goodman Center has been doing this. And the need this year is stronger than ever. We're coming out of COVID, but we also have the rising cost of food that is impacting a lot of families. Francesca Frisk has seen it itself right here at the Goodman Center. And I mean, this is your fourth Thanksgiving here at the Goodman Center, and you've seen the rising need over the last 4 years yourself.
Yeah, it's amazing. On Monday when we opened up registration last week, it filled up so incredibly fast. So it tells you that this is really something that people are counting on and will really make a difference for their holiday.
Yeah, you set the goal of 4,000 baskets this year. And I mean, the need is there, right? But you also want to send the message to all those folks that are looking, that have signed up, that you guys will come through because the community always comes through.
Yep. No need to be nervous, but we do need folks to help us out, and they always do. So that's the amazing thing is there's some things we've already purchased for our Thanksgiving baskets, but then there's some things that we're looking for our community to donate. You can find that list on our website at goodmancenter.org to see if you want to find a way to kind of help us fill those 4,000 Thanksgiving baskets.
Yeah, the time crunch is here. I mean, when you think about this, Thanksgiving's right around the corner, so we only have a few weeks to be able to make this happen.
Yep, in 3 weeks, we'll be taking over our gymnasium here at Goodman Center, filling it with food that hopefully folks are donating, so it gives people a few weeks time to plan if they want to go shopping with their family, if they want to hold a food drive at their work or school or something of that nature. There's lots of ways that people can get involved.
Yeah, this will be my 6th year covering the Thanksgiving basket drive, and it's always amazing to see, especially that morning where everyone's coming in with these deliveries. It's heartwarming, right, to know that we live in a community that's doing good things.
Yeah, it definitely is an event that kind of makes us all feel good about the world we're living in.
All right, so for folks that are at home right now that want to help out, how can they do so right now?
They can do a financial donation online to help us with the purchases we've already made. or they can donate food to us. And so, like I said, they can individually donate or they can host a food drive. But we're going to need 8,000 cans of vegetables, 4,000 turkeys. I mean, the list goes on. So there's definitely a lot of things that people can help us to purchase.
Yeah, and plenty of ways to do so, too.
Yes.
Francesca, thank you so much, and we'll be talking to you quite a bit here over the next couple of weeks.
All right, thank you.
If you'd like to learn more about how you can help with the Thanksgiving basket drive, again, News 3 Now is a proud sponsor. You can go up to channel3000.com. I've put links up there with everything that you need to know, whether that is the monetary donations with the food, volunteering. There are so many ways for you guys to get involved, Chris and Leah. And of course, we'll be doing a lot here over the next few weeks as we're gearing up for Thanksgiving. If you can believe it, we're a month away. It's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, weather certainly doesn't feel like it, but that list is long. That's tens of thousands of products. Our turn to step in and help.
Yeah, and if you can't afford it, volunteer your time. Everybody can afford a little bit of time, right? Josh Ryder, thanks a lot.
It is 6:49 on your Tuesday. Coming up in the morning sprint, the important meeting happening today among world leaders on the war in the Middle East.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Get 50% off lists during the Big Fall Home Sale at Slumberland Furniture and one of our best finance sales of the year. Pay no interest for 3 years. Get this stylish sectional for just $7.99, up to 50% off, only at Slumberland Furniture.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Just look at them. State-of-the-art Honda hybrids, making ecological art out of any conditions they encounter. Rugged, dependable, stylish performance with fuel efficiency and low emissions that'll make a tree hugger blush. What's this phenomenon you're witnessing? It's the future, today. Electrified driving built for Wisconsin. Get your Honda hybrid now at your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer. Honda gets Wisconsin.
The one sale you can't miss, Madison Lighting's Fall Sale. Save on every light fixture and fan, every brand, indoors and out, plus all home decor. Pre-shop this sale now and save. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
Whether someone is across the neighborhood, across the street, or across the room, you have the power to make them feel right at home. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with a stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen and action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Get 50% off lists during the Big Fall Mattress Sale at Slumberland. Incredible deals like a twin mattress for just $99, or our own private brand Slumbercrest as low as $299, plus Sealy Posturepedic mattresses marked way down, only at Slumberland.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
A suspect is dead this morning after a school threat near Milwaukee. Germantown police shot and killed the man last night. Police say they were responding to the Kennedy Middle School around 7. They found a person on the roof. That man pulled a gun out and shot at police. Officers exchanged fire. The person died at the scene.
Madison schools planning to change start and end times for some elementary and middle schools across the city, all as the district continues to deal with their school bus issues. The changes are set to take place November 6th. Parents should get updated bus route information on the district's website by the 1st. The change will last through the end of the current school year.
A live look in New York now, where the United Nations Security Council is expected to meet today. Members will discuss the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will be there as well. The organization has so far failed to agree on a resolution on the war. The last one, asking for a humanitarian pause in fighting, failed. That's because the U.S. vetoed it, saying it needs to specify Israel has the right to defend itself.
2 Israeli women being held hostage by Hamas are back on Israeli soil. The 79 and 85-year-old women are at a hospital in Tel Aviv this morning. Hamas took them on October 7th, along with their husbands. Those 2 men are still being held.
Doctors in Gaza say the region's largest hospital will become a mass grave if it runs out of fuel. The hospital is currently at 3 times its capacity. Workers there say premature babies relying on oxygen supplies will die if they don't get the fuel they need. Israel stopped allowing fuel into Gaza back on October 9th. The country says, though, that Hamas has a stockpile that it isn't sharing with civilians.
An 18-year-old is dead following a motorcycle crash around 7:30 last night. The Greene County Sheriff's Office says it happened on State Highway 1181 and County Highway Double G. That's in the town of Spring Grove. First responders say the biker was headed east on Highway 11 and tried turning onto Highway Double G. The motorcyclist hit oncoming traffic and died at the scene.
An off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot is facing 83 counts of attempted murder this morning. Joseph Emerson is accused of trying to turn off a plane's engines mid-flight. He wasn't working at the time. He was catching a ride in the cockpit, which is normal for pilots. The Sunday night flight from Washington to California had to divert to Portland.
President Biden says his administration is designating more than 30 new regional tech hubs, and Wisconsin will be one of them. Wisconsin will be eligible now for millions of dollars in federal funding to invest in growth and job creation in the tech sector. It's part of the bipartisan CHIPS and Science Act.
At the nation's capital, the House GOP will vote for a new speaker nominee this morning. 8 candidates are still in the running. Today marks 3 weeks since the House last had a speaker. If that doesn't change by November 17th, the government faces a financial shutdown. And happening today, former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen will testify against the GOP frontrunner. Cohen is a key witness in the civil fraud trial that could upend Donald Trump's real estate empire. He's accused of fraud, conspiracy, and other charges. Former president is expected to be there. It's the 6th time this month he'll be in a courtroom.
Well, good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock this morning, very mild start for this time of October, starting out near 60. You can see the warm front to our north, quite a bit cooler in northern parts of the state. That warm front is up to our north, and that's where most of the rain is going to stay for most of the afternoon. So we'll have a windy southwest wind today. Temperatures near 70 at the noon hour. Most of the storms up to our north. Can't rule out a late day shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but most of the afternoon dry as we'll look at partly sunny, windy conditions. Temperatures in the upper 70s, getting close to a record, which is 79. Tomorrow still mild with that chance of rain mainly in the morning. Kind of a washout on Thursday into Friday morning. Does turn colder Friday afternoon. Temperatures in the 40s this weekend.
Kelly, thank you very much.
You bet.
We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.